setting a proper motivation, refuge field, visualize all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas in space in front of us as soul loving, caring and embracing. And also visualize your Bodhicitta field, visualize your two grandparents and all dear sentient beings. Hello, hello, those at the back can hear me? Thank you. And for the purposes practice, that is to awaken a hidden treasure, the Buddha nature. And now you know how to awaken it by applying the remedies to remove mental defilements. And what remedy to apply depends on the nature of the defilements. Given that, Trashi Delijimila, how are you? No, so young dynamic girl who's heading the Flying Dharma in Delhi, and very young and taking under the supervision, guidance of Tashila and Omale. Omale or Omala? Not Omale. Oh, of course, you're Omale. Okay, so the two of them, inspired by the two of them, Jimila, this young girl, little girl, she organizes programs for the young people to be exposed to one's own culture and also modern education. That's very inspiring. And Tashila and Omala, two of them are behind this girl, making sure that things are happening. Okay. So the purpose of this practice is the awakening Buddha nature by applying the wisdom of emptiness to remove all the mental defilements. So with this in mind, to stop all the tears, all the mental anxiety, anguish, and this is where we awaken our Buddha nature within us. For that purpose, that is, visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas with us and all your family members, and you are leading this practice. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice, giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Text over here, please. Do you remember? La. Sanje Joda Soge Jonam La Chanchu Bado Tane Yapso Che Tage Jinso Kebe Sonam Ge Chola Penjire Sanje Chubara Isho Sanje Joda Soge Jonam La Chanchu Bado Tane Yapso Che Tage Jinso Kebe Sonam Ge Chola Penjire Sanje Chubara Isho Sanje Joda Soge Chonam La Chanchu Bardo Dane Gyapso Che Tage Jinso Gebe Sonam Ge Chola Benjir Sanje Chubara Sho Om Ye Dharma He Tu Prabhava He Tum Hevatat Desham Chayo Niroda Evam Bhati Mahashramana Yeswaha Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Hevatat Desham Chayo Niroda Evam Bhati Mahashramana Yeswaha Om ye dharma tu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha eva vati mahashramanaye swaha. Okay, let us now turn to page. If you can see a title, Dependent Origination Emptiness, a compilation of excerpts from sutras and treatises. Do you see that? A title, Dependent Origination and Emptiness, a compilation excerpts from sutras and treatises in the table of contents. Do you see that? And do you have this in Russian? Do you have this in Russia? Okay, Russian, yes. So where is this? Which page number? 213. Okay, 213, page 213. Okay, page 213. And this is the, so here we see that the, okay, so we see that this is still, okay. So I'm asking attention to sit here because of one reason. So in the text, do you see something incomplete? Do you see something incomplete? Yes. Tip and then finish, nothing's there. Do you see something? Hey, Gift of Udradana Sutra and Sanskrit, Arya Satpurus Sutra and Tip and nothing's there in Tip. Tip is Tibetan, which means incomplete. So therefore, next month when? 2027. So it's the next 10 days, next 20 days, so 2 years gone. Okay, but of course she is not wasting her time, giving a lot of teachings in the university and also organizing many programs, and such this program inspired by Srila and Nishimala, so two of them inspired, and then of course, Geshe Dorji last year, who made the initial request. Yes, and there are so many things. Competent people, they have so many things to do. So this is one of them. Okay, so the words is that this, keep in mind, in the first place, this book is not like ready-made book available somewhere in Amazon. It's not available. This is what you find only from Tibet House, Delhi. There's a compilation. This is like years of effort put in, and then it has been since like 25 years ago, since 2020, since 2024. No, since 2004, when many of you are still not born. So how many years? 21. 21. How many of you are 21 percent? 21 years old. How many are 21 years old? 21 years old. Okay, how many you are 21? Just dot, not more. One. Okay, so this text came into existence when this girl was born, same age. Yeah, this book and this girl, same age. In the Sonomale, junior Sonomale. Okay, so this book came into being gradually. Initially, the inspiration came from His Holiness's teachings. His Holiness uses many the texts, sources, verses from the Buddha's teachings, from Nagarjuna's teachings. So they were being put together for people to use them in your meditation. So gradually it builds up. And then we also added the materials from which I personally saw as extremely blessed and beneficial, helpful for us in the course of my many years of studies. So I put them all together. This is how it came to be. And particularly this section, this book gradually evolved, and this section, dependent origination and emptiness, a compilation of excerpts from sutras and treatises for meditation on emptiness, not just meditation. So so we see that I'm not going to go through all, but I will go through some of these passages which are extremely important, which we need to know the meaning. And if not explained, it may turn out to be vague. So the first section is the Buddha comparing two bodhisattvas. Buddha comparing two bodhisattvas. A bodhisattva who already generated bodhicitta from many, many, many lifetimes ago, and yet without the wisdom of emptiness. So simply because we say bodhisattva doesn't mean that they should have a wisdom of emptiness. You're getting it? So anybody who has the courage, who built a courageous mind, I will take the responsibility of all the beings. Therefore, I become Buddha for false into beings. These people are known as bodhisattvas. So they may not have exposure to emptiness. They may be connected with some other teachings like Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Chitmatra, which means they have no exposure to emptiness. But the sense of the courageous commitment is there to become Buddha. Very courageous, very compassionate. So the Buddha is comparing that bodhisattva with any other bodhisattva just today, freshly generated bodhicitta, and yet have the wisdom of emptiness. So, comparing these two, the Buddha said that the merit that this bodhisattva, who freshly generated bodhicitta, but with the wisdom of emptiness, the merit accumulated that by this bodhisattva far excels the merit accumulated by the other bodhisattva for all these innumerable times engaged in the bodhisattva practices. So the merit accumulation is far, far, far less in the case of the bodhisattva with the wisdom of emptiness. What makes a difference? The wisdom of emptiness makes a difference. So so that way, the wisdom of emptiness, this importance of the generated wisdom of emptiness, cultivating wisdom of emptiness. So this is what you find in the first passage. Okay, now let's read this together. And where necessary, I'll explain. Otherwise, it's self-explanatory. Try to contemplate the meanings. Dependent origination and emptiness, a compilation of excerpts from sutras and treatises for meditation on emptiness. Gift of Vyudratna Sutra. Manjushri, whoever listens, even with doubt in this teaching on emptiness, generates much greater merit than a bodhisattva who, lacking skill in means, practices the 6 perfections for 100,000 eons. This being so, what need is there to say anything about a person who listens to this teaching without doubt? What need is there to say anything about a person who imparts the scripture in writing and memorizes it and also teaches it thoroughly and extensively to others? The treasure of the one does go on sutra. Any person who possessing all these 10 great known virtues enters into the teaching of selflessness, meaning the teaching of emptiness, which we are doing now, enters into the teaching of selflessness, has faith and conviction that all phenomena are from the beginning pure of true existence, does not go to a bad rebirth. Chapter on Subduing Devil Sutra. If any bhikshu realizes that all phenomena absolutely pacified of inherent existence and the beginning of defilements is devoid of self-nature, it will remove the guilt of having defilements and make unstable the defilements, thus deeming even the immeasurable negativities dysfunctional, let alone the secondary wrongs done associated with the ethics and rituals. Adideva's 400 verses on the middle way. Those with less merit will not even have a doubt in this Dharma of ultimate reality. Should an inquiry ever arise in someone, it will shatter samsara into pieces. Acharya Dharmakirti's commentary on that cognition. One is liberated through the view of emptiness. The rest of the meditations are for the sake of that. Bodhisattva, Shantideva guided Bodhisattva's way of life. All of these branches of practices were taught by the Buddha for the sake of wisdom. Therefore, those who wish to pacify suffering should generate this wisdom. Acharya Chandrakirti's entry in the middle way. Even as an ordinary being, when hearing about emptiness, okay, this is what happens. Look, this is very important. That emptiness experience is so profound that just get a glimpse of emptiness, all the mental disturbance will subside. So because of when disturbance subsides, for example, like there's so much of fear, anxiety, suddenly somebody comes who loves you so much, who really takes care of, and the person is of full power. The person comes, you feel what? Instantly you feel safe. This is exactly what happens when you get a glimpse of emptiness, all the disturbance subsides. You just feel so much at peace and ease. So when that happens, if we are able to leave this imprint in our mind, this life, and next life, there's a little girl or a little boy. Say somebody says emptiness, you just get it like this, and then instantly you feel like crying because that the ease is so profound that you feel like crying out of joy. So this is Bodhisattva. Let's read this once more. Acharya Chandrakriti's entry in the middle way. Even as an ordinary being, when hearing about emptiness, if one experiences within utter joy again and again, tears flowing from such pure joy, motion in one's eyes, and one's hair stands on end, one has the seed of the wisdom of full awakening. So, how many had that? The goosebumps and tears coming when we started this text? If you don't, oh, very good. If you don't have, don't worry. Study this, contemplate, meditate on this. Make sure that we don't waste our life this time. And don't be swayed here and there. To meet with emptiness, wisdom emptiness is so difficult. And then you should be the one to pull others in this direction. It should not be the opposite, that others pull you away from this direction. You're getting it? You have met with this teaching. If you are being pulled by some others, you are not doing this, you are being of disservice to the Dharma. Because you should be pulling others in this direction to the only liberating path, which is wisdom for emptiness, which is the only path which cleanses our mental defilements, which is the only path which eradicates the self-grasping ignorance. And you are dragged by others towards other things. Meditation like Singapore, no wisdom emptiness. This is very sad. So the thing is that it says that even to meet with tissue emptiness, and oh, what is this? Very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, that's true. I'm seeing some flower, but go there, you don't have flower. There's a flower. And you're a little confused. This is very precious. This Bodhisattva Aryadeva says that this said awakening, realization, is the one which will shatter your samsara into pieces. It will stop all the tears of samsara. So meritorious. So it's not that easy. You are very meritorious. You're all very meritorious. Okay, let's read this once more. Adideva's founded verses on the middle way. Those with less merit will not even have a doubt in this Dharma of the ultimate reality. Should an inquiry ever arise in someone, it will shatter samsara into pieces. Acharya Dharmakirti's commentary of recognition. One is liberated through the way of emptiness. The rest of the meditations are for the sake of that. Bodhisattva, we read this already? Okay. Next page. Okay, now the next page is when you go around, whenever you feel some joy, seeing the cheesecake or beautiful flowers, or just look at the sky, it's so clear, so beautiful, and then they say like meeting with, so here is like-minded people. You will not really see such group of people elsewhere. I don't say that all the other centers they're hopeless. This is not what I'm saying. Generally speaking, when you go to your workplace, everybody has attention. You're getting it. Everybody has family issues. So here, those people and everybody has family issues. Everybody has some problem there, but not that everybody's interested in these things. You're getting not that everybody's interested in compassion. So they feel that no, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. So you have to struggle for yourself, and in the process, there's so much stress.
So this is where the real world. So when we go in the world, this is what you see around. So what is here? Everybody has a feeling of, it's a like-minded, the people coming together. So everybody appreciates compassion. Everybody appreciates deeper knowledge. So there, it's a very different environment. So what I'm saying is that when you go out in the shopping malls or wherever you go, you see that this environment is not what you get. Whereas if you go to some centers, yes, you'll get this environment. This is so precious. Wherever you go, for example, in Jain centers, in Jainism, even in some Hindu centers, or even in mosque, you will find with people, with the devotion, people to respect, they come, generally speaking. But sometimes they say, Vishala was sharing with me, some people who do a lot of prayers, they could not complete their prayers. So they feel so angry, agitated. Somebody who come and said, hey, can I have 2 minutes talk? No, I cannot finish my text. I finish my prayers, daily prayers, right? So there, he's joking that some people who have a lot of prayers to do, they're more angry, they're more agitated. Okay, so what I'm saying is, generally speaking, the reality is that, so with such kind of gatherings where people are more devoted to Dharma, where people appreciate compassion, where people appreciate deeper knowledge, so this kind of environment is very precious. Okay, so now what we do is that, for example, say you go anywhere in the world, there are things that you appreciate. For example, the flowers you appreciate, the design here you appreciate. You go out, you appreciate, the beautiful sunshine, or whatever, what little things, and you go in the garden, you see the flowers, you appreciate. So there, don't just, wow, it's good, and then the meeting, like you say, this Tibet story says, the meeting a dog, meeting a meat, hungry dog meeting a meat. What's the reaction? He has no time to think. He's no time. Oh, is this food? Should I eat it? Not eat it? No time. Right? This is known as attachment, craving. So instead of doing that, no problem. Cheesecake, you can enjoy this, but take a little bit of time. Take a little bit of, just give yourself a few seconds. Okay, this cheesecake, how does it look? Objectively, subjectively. How does it look? How does it appear? Objectively real. And it's so tempting, mouth-watering. Okay, but this is nothing but made of atoms. And what's the top? There's a cream there. What's the bottom? It's the pie. Right? There's a difference there. But on the atomic level, there's no difference. It's just illusion that we crave. Right? And then when you see that this illusion, where is the cheesecake? It's not there from the object, it's not there. Just stay there for a while and just observe your mind. How the mind behaves. Earlier, mouth-watering, meaning mind is so excited like a dog, meeting with the meat. And then you see that it's like a pool of atoms. Where's cheesecake? It's not there. Then see how your mind behaves. The dog sits down calm. Your mind calms down. You don't have to force the mind. Hey, no, stop. No cheesecake. Don't force. Just see the emptiness of this and see how the mind behaves. The mind, like a very obedient child, will sit, or obedient dog, will sit down in peace. So this is how we have to build our, say, the practice. And then you enjoy the cheesecake. And meanwhile, this also, just also think, all composite things simple, even this beautiful cheese will disappear. You eat it on the eat, and then finish, busy go. No. Okay, finish, remember. Okay, Buddha taught all composite things impermanent. And before I enjoyed this, I told myself the Buddha said this is impermanent. Now see how precisely the Buddha taught. Nowhere it says gone. You're getting it? You meditate on emptiness, you meditated on impermanence, and then you see that because of seeing this as objective real, I'm in the dream. In the dream, you see things so real, and then study emotional contaminations, study all contaminated things are suffering nature. Loss of freedom is suffering. And the moment I just comes, I lose my freedom not to remain peace, to remain at ease. That freedom I lost, it pulls my mind like this. I should get it. This was a freedom. All contaminant things is suffering nature. Everything is nature, emptiness, selflessness. And if I experience this experience, you can sustain the experience for long. There is a transcendence of sorrow, which is absolute peace. So this is how we can relate our practice in a day-to-day life. For example, like say, people who have the say, I remember there's one gentleman, amazing, and he was from a very simple, humble family. Then in his family, all these ages, in his family, in all these generations, he was the first time to get a government job. As a little boy, as a young boy, age 23, 24, he got a small government job. And then he got promotion. And finally, he became like a Delsidar. What do you call it? Delsidar? I don't trust you. Because she's from Cambridge. She's from Cambridge, not from, How do you say this? Okay, I'll check. Where is Rizila? Tehsildar. Not Telsi.
Tehsildar.
No, I will check with Rizila. I don't trust others. I want to go the route. Tehsildar. Okay. So he became. What is it? By the way, children, what is Tehsildar? Children, what is Tehsildar?
It's a revenue unit, call it Tehsil. Tehsil is known as a. Then within a district there are various Tehsil. So it's an administrative sub-unit of a district.
Thank you. So it's very clear. Getting it? Okay, for English I'll check with her. For Hindi I don't check with her. You're getting it? Okay. So this gentleman, gradually he rose to the position of Tehsildar. And he was a boss in the small village. He was a boss. And his father's amazingly great compassionate person, highly knowledgeable, respected, and many stories. So this father, in the daytime, he was surrounded by local villagers, 50, 60, every day. They would come to get blessings from him. He would give blessings. And people offer fruits, people offer things. Whatever things that he gets, he would share with everybody in line, queue. They bring their complaints to him, then he advised, and he give each one of them some fruits, some things. And then one time, and he's naturally gifted with intelligence. And he noticed that there was one person who never asked for any kind of the advice, whatever. He comes, get the fruit, and he comes 2 times. And the father, the teacher, who knows, is very smart. He knows who's who. And he pretends as though like he's too naive. Everybody knew he was king. And one day, he got hold of this man and asked, all the people, they come here and ask for something, and you never ask anything. Tell me, why? Then he said that, sir, what to ask? My belly is empty. So I came here twice every day so that I get 2 fruits from you. My belly said, what to ask? He said, don't worry. At the moment, your mouth is not getting food. Once the food will not get your mouth, he made a prophecy. Later on, he became the owner of 3-star hotel. He became the owner of the printing press. He became the owner of this, that. Then he said later he became old and the teacher passed away. Then when I met him, he said that I do not read and write. And this guru, he already made the prophecy that don't worry, at the moment your mouth is not getting food. Later your food will not get to your mouth. Because you do so many things. You cannot eat, you have no time to rush here, there, here to Germany, America, breakfast in India, lunch in America, and the dinner in Canada. So this is what the teacher said, and then it came out true. So what I'm saying is that so this son, the son of this teacher, he rose to the position of the Tehsildar, And then he went to his father to seek blessings. In India, this is so beautiful practice. The children, however height they rose in the position, they first go to receive blessings from the parents. This is beautiful. This is something that the world has learned from India. They go to receive blessings from their parents. Rather, no, my parents, I don't go along with my parents. This is not the Indian culture. This is so beautiful. You go to receive blessings from the parents. However height in position, repetition that you rose, this is the culture. So this son, he went to seek blessing from the father. And the father said, yes, I'm very happy about who you are today. But listen, this is a message for all of us. But you in this position, you're going to get money. You go there, your officers will bring a bunch of papers on a table. And what are these papers? These papers, this person is a thief. He should be penalty for 10 years, 2 years, 3 years. This person says he should be behind bars for this years. These are the papers that will come to you on your table. So when that happens, always say, so this is a paper report. And then your job is to sign. Before you sign, don't just read what is on the surface. Read what is behind this paper. You getting it? Behind this paper doesn't mean the other pages. Saying that what is on the surface is a report that you get. There are things which the people who give the report, they don't know. You don't know. You think of what is behind these papers. This paper is the report of one person, but behind this is the whole family is there. Wife, children, father, mother, grandparents, they're all behind this. If this person is going to be put to bars for 10 years, all these people who are behind this, they will suffer. There's no food for them. Think of this. Think of this. And then, seeing this, seeing the front, seeing both sides, then you decide if you want to sign ban bar for 10 years, or you want to reduce it, ban bar for 1 year. That you decide. But you have to see things behind this. If you just see the surface, you'll see only one face. One face, you'll be very angry and upset, and yet the consequences you are not seeing. This is compassion. You're getting it? These are things that we need to remember. These are things that we need to remember. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, so under such situation where the emotions can be stirred, anger, attachment, jealousy, and so forth, when these emotions are to be stirred, don't let the emotions behave like a dog mating a meat. Don't let the emotions behave like a hungry dog mating with meat. Just meet with an object like this. No. Give yourself a little space and time. And think of that object which triggered anger in you, which triggered attachment in you. Think of that. It's just a pool of atoms. What is this person? What is this object? What is this? Think of that and see how the mind behaves. Mind will calm down. Mind will get the sanity. Once the mind finds sanity, then the decision that you're going to take is going to be wiser. And this is also going to be your practice. This is going to be a very important practice, not only for this life. This will help you to sustain in the next life. And as a little boy, little girl, you will not be reactive. And your seniors or elders will see you as a very different child, where you take time. Before you act, you take time to see, and then act so wisely. They will notice that. And gradually, when you hear about the emptiness, instantly you feel connected. You're getting it? Connected, and you go there. Nobody can stop you. You become unstoppable. So this is how you follow Gate, Para Sambhade, Bodhisoha, and then you share this wisdom with all the beings. Okay, so this is the message here. You're reading the text here. Say, whenever you encounter with objects of attachment, aversion, or whatever, just give us a little space and time to think of the empty nature. Okay, so let's see. Upadhyayakasya Sutra. Are you with me? The various delightful flowers blossom, and the sparkling golden, supreme golden about stand so alluring. For none of these is their creator. They are posited by the power of thought. It is through conceptualization that the world is imputed. Bhikkhuni Vajira's utterance in the Fundamental Vehicle Sutra. The mind is demonic, which views the true self. You have a wrong view. And these composition aggregates are empty. There's no being in them. Just as one designates a card, it depends upon the collection of parts, so we assert a conventional sentient being and depends upon the aggregates. Venerable Shavara's writings, searching for reality throughout space, one finds not the periphery, nor the center. All perception cease completely. So look, so when you realize that nothing object real, just see how your mind behaves. For example, his dog, don't shout. Don't bully. When you say that, you are disciplining. You are forcing. You're forcing somebody, or somebody's forcing you to stop, right? Which means your mind is resisting, but you are stopping yourself. This is not too healthy. Whereas seeing emptiness of that, see how your mind behaves. You don't tell the mind stop. The mind will automatically rest. You're getting it? So it says that searching for reality throughout space, let's read together. Searching for reality throughout the space, one finds not the periphery nor the center as objective real. All perception cease completely. Likewise, through a thorough search of mind and phenomena, one finds not even an atom of essence. Since the searching mind is not found, not seeing anything is seeing the reality. Not seeing anything objective is seeing the emptiness of objective reality. Seeing the emptiness of objective reality is seeing the reality. Next, Sensara's writing. So the two wings of the bird. Sensara's writing is about two wings of the bird. By entering into the wing of the emptiness, but devoid of the wing of the compassion, one will not find the supreme path. By meditating upon compassion alone without the wing of the wisdom, one will not attain liberation, but remain in samsara. The one capable of grasping the unity of the two wings, will not remain in samsara, nor abide in person nirvana. King of Concentration Sutra. Just as, okay, this is very powerful, is the emotions are stirred in us. Usually emotions stirred within us. This is a real torture, self-torture. Emotions stirred of craving, lust, jealousy, anger, wrath. These emotions really torture us. And these emotions, what are they? This is all rooted in ignorance, in believing things are object real. So, we look at this metaphor. Okay, let's read this together. King of Concentration Sutra. Just as in the dream of a young girl, not only young girl, young boy, just as in the dream of a young girl or boy, she met with the boy and saw his death. Joyous was she at the meeting, and in anguish at his death, view all phenomena as thus. Nagarjuna's fundamental wisdom middle way. Ceasing karma's afflictions is nirvana. Karma's afflictions arise from conceptual thought. They arise from mental elaboration of grasping true existence, and elaboration ceases by or into emptiness. Neither the aggregates, no different from the aggregates. The aggregates don't depend on him, nor is he dependent on them. The Tathagata doesn't possess the aggregates, but is the Tathagata. That which is dependent originates is posited to be empty of independent existence. That being dependently designated is the middle way. Since there is no phenomenon that is not dependent originated, therefore there is no phenomenon that is not empty. Nagarjuna's precious garland. If the person is not earth, not water, not fire, not space, not also consciousness, not all of them, where is the person out of the
truly existing because of these aggregations of six elements. Each element also is not truly existing. Their aggregations
Dharma Samgiti Sutra, forms appear as a mass of form. Feelings describe causes and posture. Discriminations are mirage. Mental formations are like entities. Consciousness is a magical illusion. Sutra of Surya. Surya means rest in the Nagarjuna's commentary on the awakening mind. Okay, so this is the mark of having understood emptiness. Sometimes people talk about emptiness, and then they think they're also meditating. But what happens is that you think about emptiness, and then you tend to deny the functionality of the world. As yesterday, Dodomurule talked about the functionality. Whereas the functionality is the waking state, but the functionality is destructive, is the dream. So this is what functionality is. So Nagarjuna is indicating what is the measure of having understood emptiness. So he says that where where you understand emptiness on one side, and on the other side, your respect for the law of cause and effect increases. Let me repeat it. The two sides. On the one side, you understand emptiness. On the other hand, your respect for the law of karma increases. This is a mark of you in a proper track. Whereas in the pretext, in the facade of understanding emptiness, on the other hand, if your respect for the law of karma diminishes, which means you are falling to nihilism. Okay, let's read this one together. Arya Nagarjuna's commentary on the awakening mind. Those who understand this emptiness of phenomena, they are also conformed to the law of karma and its results. There is more amazing than amazing. There is more wondrous than wondrous. Arya Deva's 400 verses on the middle way. When dependent arising is seen, ignorance does not occur. Thus, through all efforts, strive to find this subject. Okay, now this very powerful verses from the 7th Dalai Lama, Geshe Dorji Damdul. So what is said here is that just imagine that if you just keep standing at the crossroads, say four roads crossing, or sometimes 6 roads crossing, sometimes 2 roads crossing. So at the crossroad, if you sit there, what happens? You're bound to see. So in the olden times, meaning like 1,000 years ago, if you sit at the crossroad, you'll see so many kinds of people, the cars, well, not cars, okay, what, the horses, and the cats, dogs, cats I don't know, but the dogs and people carrying things, children, you'll see so many kinds of people, different things. Today at the crossroad, you will see many different cars you'll see, and people honking, and you see different things. So there, say actually each one of us will be at the crossroad of the six roads. Six roads crossing. What are they? Road of the eyes, you see so many things. Road of the ears, which you hear so many things. Nose smells, tongue touch, body tactility, and the mental consciousness of past, present, sophisticated phenomena, memories, and so forth. So we are actually at the crossroad. So Geshe Dorji Damdul, he's advising us every day you're at the crossroad. So there you're bound to meet with so many things, diverse things. And he said these are all like illusions. Don't believe them to be true. They're not true. They're illusion. And be mindful of that. It's totally baseless. How baseless? When you go closer, they disappear. It's all like illusion. So maintain the awareness that these are all illusion. Don't be affected. This is liberation. Okay, let's read this. His Holiness the 7th Dalai Lama in shower feeds a song of the full mindfulness as a guide of the way of the middle way. So this complete text is in this book. You'll see that this is just extract. Complete text is just few verses is in this book. Okay. At the crossroads of the 6 collections of consciousness, that are diverse perceptions are seen the hazy dualistic phenomena which are baseless. There is a magical show that is by nature deceptive. Don't believe them to be true, but view them as having the nature of emptiness. Don't let your mind go but place it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the nature of appearance and emptiness. The sphere of appearing and existing phenomena is pervaded by the space of the ultimate clear light of sadness. There's an ineffable ultimate reality. View this nature of emptiness through abandoned mental contrivances. Don't let your mind go astray, but place it within the ambience of reality. Through not losing mindfulness, hold it within the ambience of reality. Okay, next is again very precious one. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, His Holiness invoking the blessings of all the Tibetan traditions, Sakya, Kagyu, Nyingma, Gilo. This section is of the Kagyu section. Kagyu section, which goes by His Holiness, and the whole thing is there in this book, whole thing, but this extract that I took, because this is very powerful. So the idea, we need to know the idea. The idea is that first we know that everything is the nature of one's own mind, like Chittamatra. Everything is the nature of one's mind, meaning that if the radiance of one's own mind, your mind is the one which makes you see all these things like beautiful colors, beautiful paintings, and good things, bad things, samsara, nirvana, all these things are nothing but the radiance of one's own mind. Your mind is like the ultimate projector of everything. And then the next is that then you may hold on to the mind. Okay, it's all coming from the mind. Then you may hold on to the mind. Even the mind is nothing to hold on. Even this mind is empty of true existence. So if you know that objects are empty of true existence, and a mind whose radiance of objects manifests, even this mind is also empty of true existence, subject is also empty of true existence, then this His Holiness describes as the great Mahamudra. This is real Mahamudra. Okay, let's read this. And here it says, Marbaluzawa, the teacher of Jesus Milarepa, Geshe Dorji is the Jesus Milarepa, the one who attained enlightenment with a single time. Okay, let's read it together. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's prayer for proliferating the Dhamma of Land snows. Venerable Marbaluzawa, Geshe Dorji, and so on. The host of the precious Kaiku, the source of blessings, the chain of our unexcelled masters of this outstanding tradition. To you all I pray, may the Buddha Dhamma of the land of snows blaze forevermore. All phenomena encompassing samsara and nirvana are but the radiance of spontaneous awareness. The awareness itself, devoid of elaborations, is realized in the nature of Dharmakaya. Pervading all existences and appearance of samsara and nirvana is the great Mahamudra. May the Buddha Dhamma of the land of snows blaze forevermore. Arya Nagarjuna's in praise of Dharmadhatu, impermanent, suffering, and empty. These three they purify the mind. The Dhamma that is unsurpassed and purify the mind is the lack of intrinsic nature. Concluding period from Lama Tsongkhapa's Ocean Reasoning, a comment to Arya Nagarjuna's fundamental wisdom of the middle way. So what makes me to bring this up here was that when I was a student, and my teacher was giving teaching on Mulmadhyama Karika, Arya Nagarjuna's text, along with the commentary by Lama Tsongkhapa. So at the end of the text, I saw this prayer, and somehow I felt that, oh, this is so precious prayer. I need to pray that. I need to include this in my daily prayer. So I've been including this in my daily prayer, and later I also included this book. So it's just to make sure that you take the whole responsibility of freeing all the beings. How? In a skillful way. That is, teach them emptiness, teach them dependent origination, so that they will protect on their own. Protect on their own, they will not go into samsara anymore. Okay, let's be together. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the Arya Manjushri and be able to uphold the Dhamma in general and the teachings on dependent origination in particular, even in cosmic life. Okay, next is very precious. Sadhana Shri Heruka. Okay, now that you are introduced to emptiness a little bit, I'm going to quickly explain this here. Okay, put your two hands out. Bring your two hands out. Do what I'm doing. What happened?
Sound of a clap.
Bimala, what happened? Sound of the clap erupted. So this sound of the clap erupted. So when I give this example can be related to many other points, not only one point. So this sound erupted. This is a metaphor for all the inconveniences, miseries that we go through. So how these miseries arise? We talk about external, internal factor, but here now it's going to be more technical. External, internal. This is something for a very common audience. But here, you should be going deeper into the technicalities. So here we see that, for example, okay, is there anybody who likes to share with us what kind of problem you had in your life? Quick, somebody just here.
My father doesn't want me to practice Dharma, to go for retreats.
Okay, so my father doesn't want me to practice Dharma. My father. So who felt unhappy? I feel unhappy. There are two things. Right. My father doesn't want to practice Dharma. And I feel irritated. I feel not happy. Okay. So look, your father is your object or your subject? Your object. You're getting it? So all these miseries. Okay. Anyone else? Any other examples? Here. Brings up. No? No, okay. Anyone else? Will share your say the pains? Okay, don't bring something which otherwise you should be keeping confidential. You getting it? Only those things which everybody take lightly. Not the very, very serious ones. Something light, yes.
Our daughter doesn't want to get rid of the lice in her hair.
This should not come here. You know why? It can go to somebody else. If somebody else may hijack your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It should not come in the public. Anyone else? Okay, just hide it. Okay, next. It should not come out.
When I sit in meditation for a prolonged time, my back aches.
Yes.
That's suffering.
Say it again.
My back aches when I sit and meditate.
My back aches. And my back, there's some problem with my back. And who suffers? I suffer. My back is an object or my subject? My object and I suffer. I object subject. Object subject. Okay. So, anyone else? Okay, here. Helena.
У нас был очень тихий дом, но пару дней назад туда приехали шумные соседи и мешают спать.
We lived in a very quiet house, but a couple of days ago, very noisy neighbors suddenly, and now they prevent us to sleep.
Neighbors, very complicated neighbors. Neighbors disturb us sleep. Who sleep? My sleep. My neighbor is object subject. Your object, and I don't get sleep. I subject object. Subject. Okay, so we see that all the problems. My father doesn't want me to be in Dharma, and I feel irritated. My back makes me, unhappy, and my complicated neighbor, makes us not sleep. Okay, so we see that all the problems are always two things happening. There are two things happening. One is the object, and one is the subject. One is the object, one is the subject. So, they say the person. I am unhappy. The person. Subject referred more precisely. Subject is a person, and then that is my complicated neighbor. They say the father, and my back. So these are the phenomena other than the person. You're getting other person meaning person. You are the one who is feeling upset, or angry, or attached, or jealous, whatever, and that object is the phenomena other than the person. So person and the phenomena other than the person. You're getting it in the loose sense, person and the phenomena. The phenomena mean not phenomena in general, but phenomena other than the person. Very good. Now, whenever the emotions, very strong emotions arise, or unease, disturbance, agitation, when these things happen, necessarily there are two things involved. Person and the phenomena. Two things. So, and it's not just a person and the phenomena the problems arise. Not necessary. It's not necessary. For example, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and any other complicated person, for His Holiness, there's no problem. There's no problem. For instance, if it's so easy. Because for us, there's a problem. For instance, there's no problem. For Buddha, there's no problem. Because for us, that perception of the person, perception of the phenomena is mistaken. We see the person as the objective real person. The phenomena with which you interact, we see them as object real. So misconception of the person, misconception of the phenomena. These two misconceptions come together, erupt in the form of the miseries and tension, stress. You're getting it? These two misconceptions. At the core of our agitation, we say that person complicated, and I'm feeling disturbed. But in deep inside, it's not the person and you. It's a misperception of the person, misperception of the person yourself, and misperception of the phenomena with which you interact. You're getting it? These two misconceptions come, and the miseries erupt. Now, if you want to stop the sound of this clap, what you do? You should remove one of the two hands or remove both hands. You're getting it? So now, to solve the problems, you cannot remove it's not that you remove the person and that problem is solved. No. This is temporary solution. It's not lasting solution. Lasting solution is to go back to the root of the problem. The problem is misconception of the person, yourself, misconception of the phenomena with which you interact. The two misconceptions. So, hey, now let's say Shiri Heruka. Shiri Heruka. How many things are there? 4 things are there. So from there, so Shiri Heruka, look, it's so profound. I would say that Asian culture, Asian, generally speaking Asian, and then within Asian we say Buddhism, and then the Nalanda tradition. It's so profound, amazing, rich and sophisticated culture. So, say Shiri Heruka. Shiri Heruka is the sacred name of a Buddha. Buddha Shakyamuni right in front of us. Buddha Shakyamuni manifested in different forms depending on the predispositions of the individuals. For example, Buddha Shakyamuni, while Buddha Shakyamuni was giving teaching in Rajgir, Bodh Gaya, so in future, if you ever happen to go to Bodh Gaya around the winter, so Dasala is always there. Dasala and Tenzin, they are there. So go to visit them, right? So they know Bodh Gaya so well. And if you need any help, they'll be there to help you. Richard, Dasala, yes. Extremely compassionate, extremely caring, extremely friendly, extremely loving person. And then Shundara is there, so the two of them will help you whenever you're there. If you need any help, or you want to go to like pilgrimage, and you don't get where to get cars, safe car, contact them, they'll help you. Okay, so what I'm saying is that in Bodh Gaya, close to Bodh Gaya, about like how many hours from Bodh Gaya to Nalanda?
70 kilometers.
2.5 hours. Okay, like 2 hours, between 2 and 2.5 hours. There's Rajgir, the place where the Heart Sutra was taught. So while the Buddha was giving Heart Sutra teaching in Rajgir in Bodh Gaya, simultaneously in Amaravati in South India, Buddha was giving teaching on Shri Kala Chakra. You getting it? The two things are happening simultaneously. When you become a Buddha, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. You can manifest yourself as numerous as possible, depending on the propensities of the sentient beings. And then give teaching simultaneously everywhere in different world systems. For example, I don't know, but I don't think I shared this here in this class, that the Buddha's qualities, Buddha's bodily qualities, verbal qualities, and the mental qualities. So one of the verbal qualities says that Buddha does not require this microphone. Buddha does not require a microphone. Where he gives teachings, whoever is connected with the Buddha, wherever you are, they can hear this teaching. You're getting it? It doesn't require light, the microphone, speaker, not required. So, Mugalayana. Okay, so usually the Buddha is depicted by the two monks. So here depicted by, I think, one is Aramajishri and one is Bodhicittavivaraṇa. So whereas, let's say, sometimes it is depicted with two monks on two sides, and two monks are Shariputra and Mukriyana. And sure, why these two monks? They are monks who are greater than these two, like Markashap. Markashap was the first heir of the Buddha Shakyamuni. After Buddha, when the Buddha was assuming Mahaparinirvana, Buddha handed down his the authority, the leadership to Markashap, not to Ananda. Not to Ananda. Everybody is expecting that Buddha is going to hand over to Ananda, who was the Buddha's chief attendant, and also his cousin. But they did not pass it down to Ananda, but pass it down to Markashap. Then Markashap, Buddha made a prophecy who to pass down to, like 7 in line. And Markashap, Buddha made a prophecy to pass it down to Ananda. But the first was Markashap. Markashap is greater than Mukriyana and Shariputra. But why these two monks are there, Shariputra and Mukriyana, not Markashap and Ananda there, but the Buddha? So Shariputra is known for the one with the greatest intelligence amongst the Buddha's disciples in that the space. And Mukriyana is renowned for the miracle powers. The one with the greatest miracle power amongst the Buddha's disciples. So, what happened was that Mukriyana was wanting to check the qualities of the Buddha's speech. It said that Buddha's speech doesn't require mic and speakers. Right? So, to those, not to everybody, but those people who have strong karmic connection with the Buddha. And of course, Mukriyana has a great karmic connection with Buddha. So he started to go away from place where Buddha was giving teachings. He started to go away. He could continuously hear the same teaching of Buddha at the same volume. And he went away from planet Earth. Because he had miracle power. He went away from planet. Keep going out. Okay. How many of you think that they say if you are in the middle of Delhi, let's say India Gate, if you're there, from there, if you go out, is it easy or not easy? Very easy. You just randomly keep going. And from there, how likely is it that you can come back to the India Gate? If you have no clue about the map, what is the chance? So less. This is exactly what happened to Mukriyana. He just kept going out of planet Earth, and he entered into a very strange world system. He entered into this is all what you find mentioned in the Buddhist text. He entered into a very strange world system, where there was also Buddha there. There were also the monks there, and the size of these human beings there is like 400 times the size of us. 400 times. So they saw this one very cute monk. Very tiny monk. So all these monks, they were so happy to see a very cute monk with the same, robes, and very cute human being. Eyes, ears, everything so perfect, so good, but very cute. So they start to pick him up and play with him. And the Buddha, that Buddha, hey, the monks, don't play with this guy. Don't think that this is a tiny, cute guy. This is Mukriyana. This is the disciple of the Buddha Shakyamuni in a planet called planet Earth. This distance from our planet, this planet there. He came from there. And he's the one with the greatest miracle power. And then the Buddha instructed Mukriyana to perform a miracle. Then he manifested himself 400 times bigger than these monks. He manifested himself as a giant. You're getting it? Okay. So why I said this? Oh, yes. So, and what happened was that he manifested to the size, and all the monks, they was just truly amazed. And that this Buddha asked Mukriyana, what can I do for you now? Then the Mukriyana told the Buddha that I came from the planet Earth, you are right. I came from planet Earth, but now I don't know how to go back. Please help me. And the Buddha just said, the first Bodhisattva says, I am Buddha Shakyamuni. You're right, I am Buddha Shakyamuni. He snapped and instantly moved on the planet Earth. So, when you become a Buddha, while you are here on the planet Earth giving teachings with the size, maybe like 6 feet or 7 feet, in other world systems, you could be like 400 feet. Yeah, this is all happening when you become a Buddha. Okay, so, what? Okay, Shiri Heruka. So the Buddha manifested himself in different forms. You're getting it simultaneously manifest in different forms. And then the Buddhas, how they choose their names, Shiri Heruka. How they choose their names? They choose their name in the people, ordinary people, Alexander the Great, and His Majesty and His royalty and so forth. We just keep these labels to show that I'm somebody special. You're getting it? But the Buddhas, how they choose their name is that anybody who hears this name, these people are liberated from samsara. This is the compassion of the Buddhas. Even the names that they choose is chosen in such a way that anybody who hears these names, they're connected with the wisdom of emptiness. So how? What we said is that all our problems, why the wisdom of emptiness is very important, is that all our problems are connected with this self-grasping ignorance, and more precisely, self-grasping ignorance of the person and self-grasping ignorance of the phenomena. You're getting it? Self-grasping ignorance of the person and self-grasping ignorance of phenomena. Combined together, all the miseries erupts ceaselessly. Endlessly it happens. So this is known as wheel of life, samsara. Now, Shiri Heruka. So the Buddha chose this name, Shiri Heruka, that anybody who comes in contact, even with this name, they become in contact with the two wisdoms. Wisdom to see the selflessness of the person and wisdom to see the selflessness of the phenomena. You're getting it? So, okay. So with this, now things become easy for us. Okay, let's see. Shiri, He, Ru, Ka. Therefore, now what you do is that Shiri we keep it last. He, Ru, Ka, Shiri. You're getting it? Okay. So now look at me. Look at me, and later you can note it down. So what we said is that all the problems are rooted to the ignorance, particularly two kinds of ignorance: self-grasping ignorance of the person, self-grasping ignorance of the phenomena. So these two come together, then all the miseries erupt. So what we do is that our job is to get rid of the self-grasping ignorance of the person and self-grasping ignorance of the phenomena, so that these two will not come together and the sound will stop, sound of misery stop. Okay. So look, He, Ru, Ka, Shiri. Now, He is of the two, say, self-grasping ignorance of the phenomena. Self-grasping ignorance of phenomena is encountered by the wisdom of emptiness or the wisdom of selflessness of the phenomena. You getting it? This is He. So of the two hands, self-grasping ignorance of phenomena is dissolved. Now only of the two, duality, two means duality. Of the duality, one is gone. Now it becomes non-dual. You're getting it? Non-dual. So when you say non-dual, but one is left, this is understanding of non-duality in what is known as what is that? Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta, Advait, meaning non-duality. So here, it's not that two things are gone. One is still left there. This is meaning of non-duality. But in Buddhism, particularly the Mahayan Buddhism, what happens is that self-grasping ignorance of the phenomenon dissolves, and self-grasping ignorance of the person also dissolves. Now what is left? Nothing's left there. Okay, so He. He, substance of phenomena, self-grasping ignorance of phenomena is dissolved. Ru, self-grasping ignorance, person dissolves. Now what is left? I'm not asking Ka. What is left? Okay, self-grasping of phenomena is left. It's not gone. Self-grasping of the person is gone. So what is left? On the object, the emptiness is left. You're getting it? Non-duality is left. Actual non-duality is left. One left is non-dual, but it's not the full non-duality. Full non-duality is both dissolved. What is left? Non-duality as the object is left. Non-duality as the object is left. Now, the next question is, okay, He, substance of phenomena. Ru, substance of person. What is left? Non-duality is left. This is Ka. What is left? Ka is left. Non-duality is left. And who sees this non-duality? My wisdom sees that this is Shiri. You getting it? It's profound. If you can recite this verse on a daily basis and contemplate on meanings, just imagine how meritorious, how fortunate you are. So in Tibetan, I'm going to read this in Tibetan, say this in Tibetan. This is what I recite every day and contemplate on meaning. So, okay, look. Shiri Heruka. So how we put it? Heruka Shiri. You're getting it? Okay. In Tibetan, it is the first Shiri Heruka, Shiri Heruka, Shiri Heruka. Just say this 3 times. He Heruka Shiri He. He ne gu junes gube sem te gu tanyi tu tabarja pa tomba shuge tame ba tang. Ru ni kansa ge ta tu zema nam to ga chawe gube ta ta de kansa ge tame ba tang. Ka ni te kwana ni yu jin yu me te so su ni su me ne ba tang. Shiri ni yu tomba ni shi za wa de jin de ju su shu ba yu su me be shi ne wang gu tuano. This is the Tibetan version. You getting it? So look, say where our problems all created by the misconception, ignorance of these the self-fruit phenomena, ignorance self-fruit of the person. These two come together, all the miseries erupt. Now we do dissolve these two ignorances. So how? He will dissolve the ignorance of the self-grasping ignorance of the phenomena, and the Ru will dissolve the ignorance, self-grasping ignorance of the person. And what is left? Ka is left. Non-duality is left. This Ka. And who sees non-duality? My wisdom, my non-dual wisdom. Mahayana, Aryas, the wisdom of the Mahayana Arya beings, Aryas, directly realizing the emptiness. You getting? This is the Shiri. You getting it? Shiri. Just contemplate on this. Just think of the emptiness of the phenomena, emptiness of the person, then think of the non-duality, and then think of the wisdom which sees the emptiness. Okay, so Shiri is actually more sophisticated. Is that this non-dual wisdom sees the non-duality of the object in a non-dualistic way. Let me say this once more. Non-dualistic wisdom sees the non-dualistic wisdom, which is the subject, sees the non-dual object, non-duality as object in a non-dualistic mode. Are you getting it? Subject which is non-dual wisdom, object which is non-duality, the mode of realization is the non-duality. So non-dual wisdom realizes non-duality as object in a non-dualistic way. This is Shiri. You getting it? Okay, so we'll read this together. Okay, we are on page 220. Well, with folded hands. Shiri Heruka, Shiri Heruka, Shiri Heruka. He is the self-essence of phenomena, the emptiness of the mind, which is the source of everything, as is immutable causal nature. Ru is the self-essence, the emptiness of self, that is fabricated by the web of conceptual thought that grasps. Ka is the ultimate reality, absence of the dissonant duality of subject and object. Shiri is the non-dual exalted wisdom that abides in congruence with the emptiness of object. This is the meaning of the Evam. Okay, good. Okay, now what we do is we turn to page where we left last time. Evam. Okay. Evam in Sanskrit, in a normal language, evam is just thus. Thus. But here, the meaning is so profound. This is the greatness of Sanskrit and the concept of this sophisticated concept taught by the Buddha in this evam. Evam connotes the same. Evam connotes same the finest, most refined version of your body, most refined version of your mind. These two together, that's the evam, which means you are awakening. You are awakening. That's the evam. Okay. Okay. Which page are we now? 153. 153. Why? Verse number 31. Thank you. Verse number 31. Okay. Okay, now we are on a very important part. So now we are talking about Chittamatra. What Chittamatra said is that everything is mind. Yes, no. Yes. No. Some say yes, some say no. Raise your hand. Everything is the nature of mind. Thank you, and the Anjali. Thank you. Everything is nature of mind. So now, what about mind? Mind exists truly. Yes, it is the mind, it's the nature of mind. So this mind exists truly. The other part of nature exists truly, and which is represented by this mind as the ultimate example of the other part of nature. It exists truly. Now Ari Nagarjuna is saying that even the mind doesn't exist truly. How not? Okay, this is what usually happens. I would say that each one of us, if you later on come to feel the gravity of the benefit of meditative emptiness, and you start to study more, contemplate meditative emptiness on a daily basis, and then what I would suggest is that, what I would say is that you may most likely you will come to hold to that, okay, things are really not there, it's empty of object reality. And then who's saying this? My mind is saying this. My mind is there, right? If my mind is not there, then who is seeing this, the emptiness? So this can be a major question that can, and this challenge many of us in the pursuit of the wisdom of emptiness. If that happens, don't be scared. Don't think that you are going the wrong direction. So, for that purpose, Ari Nagarjuna taught the verse number 31. So I'm saying that you feel you will come to a conclusion that your mind exists truly, because we are so chronically diseased by the belief in objective reality. Unless we have something to hold on to as objective reality, we feel that this is all nihilism. So you're bound to then find a hold on to the mind. So even the mind, you say that is illusion-like. When I understand this fully, with the greatest ease, that is the liberation. Okay, 31. So let me give you the background of this, what Arinnagarjuna was teaching us. The mind is like illusion. How? Okay. Let's say the mind. How many of you have mind? Raise hands. How many have mind? So the parents scold their children, don't be mindless child. You are a mindless child. You are a mindless child. No mind. But how many of you have mind? We all have mind, right? So say, what is this mind? What is this mind? How long does it last? Say, for example, you eat cheesecake, how long does it last? And this mind, happy mind? And a happy bodhicitta is there. Where is a happy bodhicitta? In Shuyang. This is happy bodhicitta, right? This is her definition. Who is happy bodhicitta? In Shuyang, you're there.
Happy Bodhicitta. The Bodhicitta who laughs all the time.
Wow. Happy Bodhicitta, Bodhicitta who loves everybody all the time. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, you made our day. Thank you. Okay, now this mind, which is happy Bodhicitta, there you have happy Bodhicitta. So after eating cheesecake and happy Bodhicitta comes, right? So cheesecake, and how long does it last? It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So this 5 minutes of enjoying cheesecake, and the mind is at so much at peace. So this mind, which exists for 5 minutes, happy mind for 5 minutes, we see that, is it that 5 minutes mind exists, come together simultaneously, or there are 5 moments, first minute, second minute, third, fourth, fifth minute mind, they come one by one, or they come together? One by one. You're getting, although we say 5 minutes, I enjoyed the cheesecake for 5 minutes. You're getting, although we say this, in actuality, say what you truly I am experiencing is not 5 minutes. Say when you experience first moment, the remaining 4 moments are yet to come. And when you experience the second moment, first moment is gone. You are an experience. You are not experienced. You experienced. You're getting it? You experience. You are not experiencing. And the remaining third, fourth, fifth, they are yet to come. And when the third comes, first and second are gone, past, they're gone. The future yet to come. And the present does not stay long. It's so brief. Even 1 minute, again can be broken into 60 seconds. And 1 second, again, is broken into 1,000 milliseconds. And actually what experience is even less than 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond means finish, right? Finish. This is 1 millisecond. So what you're actually experiencing is even less than 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond, again, we can divide further. So actually, what you're experiencing, so for example, if I tell you that, okay, let's all enjoy cheesecake, right? Happy? Very happy. Say, so how many of you experienced cheesecake 2024, presents? Okay, now experience that. There is a cheesecake. Experience that. No, well, you're not happy. Why not? Hey, why not?
Because the moment is gone.
It's gone. Don't talk about the past. If you have something, give me now, present. The past, right? Or don't worry, I'll give you after 10 years. Hey, Jiwen, I'll give you cheesecake after 10 years. Happy?
No,
No, why not?
because I can't eat it right now.
Okay, 10 years is long, many years later. No, I'm not excited. I'll give you now. Excited?
Yeah.
Very excited. So we see the happiness is something which we cherish now. The past gone. I'm not interested. In the past, believe it or not, the Buddha taught that if you consider the past, that each one of us has taken birth in the heavens innumerable times. Innumerable times. We experience much more luxury than the king of today, who is considered as the most powerful king or the most luxurious king in the world. Elon Musk. Okay, there's Elon Musk or Prince King Charles or whoever you consider as. So the thing is that each one of us we experience whatever to be experienced in the life. What is seen as Elon Musk or the King Charles or whatever, greater than them we've experienced in the heavens. We already experienced, each one of us. In fact, there's nothing that you're experiencing new, which you've never experienced before. No, we have already experienced everything. Whatever you are, the height of the facilities, height of the beauty, height of the taste, height of the whatever, we all experienced in the past. And again, it's a matter of time. Again, you go down, up, there's no this cycle. So with this, what happens is that now say I am the past. We've experienced so many beautiful things in the past, within this life, past lives we experienced, but we're not interested in them now because they will not come back. It's just a memory. For some people, the memories, they kill you. Now you're suffering, and the past memories are so beautiful moments, and then you think of that, it'll make you sick, it'll make you even more sad. Now I cannot, for example, say, I don't have these anymore. So future, what is future? Who knows? So present, what is the present? Present, you say, this is our mindset. You agree? The past, you're not so interested. You may learn from the past. Don't say forget past. No. From the past, we have to learn lessons. We have to take lessons. Future, we make plans for the future. But in terms of enjoying, we say present, enjoying, present. Past is gone. Future is here to come. Present. Now, what is present? Nagarjuna says, the mind says that I'm experiencing the cheesecake for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, this 5 minutes is nothing. First minute, second minute, third, fourth, fifth. These 5 moments, these 5 minutes, they don't come together. When you experience the second moment, the first moment is gone, past. You're not interested. Third, fourth, fifth, they are future, yet to come. You're not interested. If at all you're interested in something of these, you're only interested in the second moment. Even the second moment is made of 3 components because of time. Time composed of 3 components. Beginning, middle, abiding, disintegration, or the end. Beginning, middle, and end. Beginning, arising, middle, abiding, and end, disintegrating. Beginning, middle, and end, 3. Beginning, it is gone, past. And the end is yet to come. And again, 1/3 of a second. Even 1/3 of a second, again, is time. It is 3 components. Beginning, middle, end. Beginning, past, and is yet to come. 1/3 of a 1/3 of a second. What is that like? 1/9 of a second. You keep doing like this, you see what we call is today present. Present is just even less than this, a fraction of a second. Where is this mind? You said that I experienced this for 5 minutes. Where is it? It's illusion. You think that you experience this much? Oh, I'm 50 years old. Where is 50 years old? You do not experience 50 years. Year, just 1 year. When you experience the first year, the remaining years are yet to come. When you experience the second year, first year is gone. The remaining years yet to come. Even the first year, when you experience the first month, when you experience the second month, the first month is gone. The remaining months are yet to come. When you even the second month, you say within that again they are the 30 days. When you experience the second day, first day gone. Remaining days are yet to come. Even the second day, again you spend hours. You see that literally you are not experiencing anything. But we think that we get the illusion that I experience cheesecake for 5 minutes. This is illusion. Okay, this is how the mind is illusion like. If it's how the mind does what exists objectively. Okay, let's read the text now. 31. That which is past, meaning the mind which is past is no more. The mind is made of 3 components. What are they? The beginning, middle, and the end. Beginning is past. So that which is past, which is beginning, is no more. Is no more with us. That which is yet to be, that is the future. The future is yet to come. So therefore it is not obtained. It is not obtained means it is not in your hand at the moment. Number 3, as it abides, which is the middle one. Beginning, middle, and end. Middle one, it abides. You say it abides. But how Nagarjuna did this is that what abides is very brief moment, it instantly changes to next moment. There's no time for one to abide. As it abides, its locus is utterly transformed, meaning utterly changed. Change to the next moment. Like this. So you press the timer. Press the stopwatch. Press the timer on the mobile and see how the dishes move. Like this. One dish doesn't even stay for a single millisecond. It's gone. So where is this mind as intrinsically as object real? So how can there be such awareness? Awareness meaning mind in the so-called present moment. The next. Okay. Now 32 is very important concept. 32 is known as the concept of the discrepancy between the appearance and reality. Let me say this once more. The discrepancy meaning incompatibility between appearance and the reality. Discrepancy between appearance and reality. Okay, for example, how many of you have actually conducted interview on others? Conducted interviews? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not as the interviewee, as the interviewer, presents. As the interviewer. Murule, yes, you interviewed young doctors. One day your daughter will also come, your son also come, and then you pick up or you'll not. Not sure. Okay. So what I'm saying is that when you interview somebody, what happens? When you interview somebody, what happens is that the interviewees, how they come? How they come? Do they come saying that, sir, I don't know anything? Do they come like this? Or how will they come? How many of you have attempted interviews? Meaning how you have been the interviewees, not interviewer. Okay. Your name? Onshu? Yes. So how did you go? With shabby dress? Proper dress, right? And hairstyle good? Good. And then? And with the confidence. And said, do you know, we say interview, what interview was that? What job? Banking job. Okay, do you know anything about the bank? Yes, I know everything. Right? Sir, I know everything. Right? And I was from the Yes Bank. I was previously from the Kannada Bank. I was previously from the ISB Bank, right? And I know everything. And then why did you join here? Because I need to, I heard the repetition of this bank, right? You did not hear anything. I heard the repetition of this bank. Right? Okay. And the person very impressed. So your job is to give the impression that you know everything of the bank. Right? Okay. So Tibet House. Tibet's interviews. Right? So interviewer here. And young Tibetan boys and girls, they come as the interviewee. And the interviewers, they're a professor who love the Dharma, who love the Tibetans. And they see the Tibetan boys and girls, they were so happy, right? And they were so happy. And these Tibetan boys and girls think that they don't know anything about Dharma. You getting it? And the Tibetan boys and girls, they think that they know everything. They come very confidently, right? And then they ask, right? They ask, why are you interested in Tibet House? Oh, I love my culture. This is the first thing they say. I love my culture, right? And in their mind, they think that you don't know our culture, right? I love my culture. I love my culture so much. The next question comes, is where do you live? I live in Delhi. How many times you came to Tibet House? You're getting it. I love my culture. What is your culture? Tibetan Buddhism, right? And do you learn Tibetan books? Do you read Tibetan books? Yes. The few years ago when I was in school, school teaching is Tibetan. So then they ask, see, okay, what is your culture? Oh, the Buddhism, right? What is Buddhism? Compassion. What is compassion? Good heart. What is good heart? Compassion. Compassion, good heart. Good heart. Then say, do you know what is Four Noble Truths? Yes, ma'am. What is Four Noble Truths? The truth of physical form, truth of feeling, truth of some weird things, right? And then say, did you hear about emptiness? Yes. What is emptiness? Right? Then they get stuck, they're going to say anything. You're getting it? Okay. What is this? Okay. So they come in the facade as though like they know everything. And then the reality, they don't know. You're getting it? They don't know. Some people, once in a while, They come as well as they don't know anything. Deep inside, they know everything. There are many things like this. Okay. So the world is there, for example, the flower, how it appears and how it exists. Discrepancy between appearance and reality. The person appears as well, the person knows everything. And in reality, the person does not know anything. You getting it? Why the interviews are conducted? Why? To check how much the person knows things with respect to the particular the system or whatever discipline. So with this, we see that the person appears as so competent, and later in actual work, you see that person not competent, but you will say there is a discrepancy between the appearance in the interview and the reality at workplace. Okay, let me say this once more. So with the interview, you're so impressed by the person, and then you give the job. When you give the job, you see the person so incompetent. So then you discover the discrepancy. What is discrepancy? What is discrepancy? Gap between the appearance and the reality. The gap between the reality and that the appearance and reality don't tally. They don't match. Appearance-wise, in the interview, very competent. In reality, in the workplace, no competency at all. This is known as discrepancy between appearance and reality. You are getting it? Okay, how many have that experience in your life? Raise hands. Nowadays, young people, they all have this experience. Still they are confused. They have the experience, still they're confused. What they do? Take the photograph, filter them. Take the photograph, filter it, and post it. And other part of the world, within a split second, other part of the world sees your photograph. Wow, amazing boy, amazing girl, amazing. Wow. How are you? I'm fine. Where do you live? I live in India. Precisely where in India? Ladakh. What is it like? It's a very beautiful place. Where are you from? I'm from California in USA. Actually, not USA, somewhere in Nigeria. In USA. In USA. And then you go closer, and the person said, "It's amazing. I'd like to can I be your friend." Yes, of course. And what about your family? What are you doing? I am a CEO of one company. You're the CEO. Okay. So then the other person also clips a photograph and filter it, send to you. Right? And you look at, wow, you are from California. It's amazing. You see, amazing. Is there any possibility for meeting? Right? I have a holiday that month. Holiday. Oh, I also have a plan to come to India. Right? Also have a plan to come to India. No plan actually. And to that you are a divine boy or a girl. I have a plan to come to India. Then let's meet up. Where? Right? So how's India like? Delhi is the airport. Oh, I'll come to Delhi. And you meet, and then the truth, are you the one in the photograph? Are you the one, right? And the person will say the same thing to you also. You say the same thing to you also. And at the airport, you divorce. Oh, this is known as why divorce? Discrepancy between appearance and the reality. You're getting it? This is what all the young people who are so what is that? The tech savvy. They're so expert, but still they're delusional. Still, now you go for the next one. You post the photograph, another photograph, and next one coming back from Delhi. Again, you take a photograph next to a hotel or in the garden. Again, filter it, send it. Again, another person will come. How are you? So look. We jump from one prison to the next prison, to the next prison, to the next prison. No, who's putting you into this prison? Yourself. Prison. self-imprisonment. Okay, let's stop now.
Ve mukhavat tavge tuje shage riso chong sheng dege ponjamba serge lumbo tabo jebe kushag gebo tela chaselo oho mone mone Mahamona Yeswaha Om 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 Mone Mone Mahamona Yeswaha. 3 processions together. Okay, like in the next class. Or maybe afternoon will be good. Afternoon.